Hello everyone and welcome to my new YouTube channel. Today I will be making a tutorial on how to draw figures. Not like I draw my figure, but more in general how to draw a body with natural proportions. Because that's how I started out myself. It was very important for me to know how to draw a body with natural proportions and how to use different materials. And when I knew all of that, I started experimenting and found my own unique style that you know from Instagram. And that's what I want to encourage every one of you to do. So I'm gonna give you some basic tools in order to find your own unique style. So let's get started. So what I start by doing is drawing a line between the shoulders. I want one shoulder higher than the other. From the middle of this line, I draw another line down to the waist, and I continue the line down to the hips, where I draw another line that tilts the opposite way of the shoulders. I like drawing a pair of panties because it helps me place the legs correctly. And then I draw the legs. I start with a line and I just mark where I want the knee to be. And then I draw the rest of the leg and I finish off with a foot. On the other leg, the knee has to be placed below the first one because of the tilted hip line, and the same goes for the foot. Then I draw the breasts and I draw them parallel to the line of the shoulder. And I finish the torso. And then I draw the arms and I just mark where I want the elbow to be, which is beside the waistline. Then I proceed to the next step, which is to put some meat on the body, and it's totally up to you to decide whether you want to draw a skinny or a more curvy body. As you can see, I'm drawing a quite skinny girl, but if I were to draw a curvy silhouette, I would just put more meat on the frame. I quickly finish the arms before I move on to placing the neck and the head on the shoulders. So obviously the neck is placed in the middle of the shoulders, so here I draw a line and on that I finish off with the head, which you can tilt to one side if you want to, but I just draw it without tilting it. And lastly I put some meat on the neck and I just draw a line where the eyes would be always in the middle of the face. And that's it. So I'll just show you guys one more example, but with a different pose, just to elaborate further and to show that the same rules apply regardless of the pose. Again, I start with the shoulders and the line in the middle where I draw the hip line the opposite way again, as you can see. In this posture, I want the model to stand with her legs crossed, which makes the weight rest more on one leg than the other. So when I draw the first leg, I make sure it crosses the center of the torso. The other leg then crosses the first one and I make sure that the knee is below the first knee, but since I want this leg to go behind, I make it a bit shorter to create the perspective. And when I then place the head, it is still in the middle of the shoulders, but if I draw a line from the head to the floor, you can see that it is also kind of in the middle between the feet, which creates balance so it doesn't look like she's gonna fall. Then I draw the head and the breasts, which again are parallel to the shoulder line. And I draw the waistline, which I should have done earlier. And I just finish the torso. And I draw the panties, which I should also have done earlier. And I put some meat on the bones in the end. And again, I just make a skinny model because that's just the easiest way. And lastly, I give her some arms, but this time I wanted to rest one hand on the hip. And again, I make sure that the elbow is next to the waistline. And then in the end, I just finish the neck. So that is it for today, and yeah, I hope you can use some of the techniques. You can tag me in your drawings on Instagram. I'm very curious to see what you come up with. And please like and subscribe to my channel if you want me to keep posting these videos. I promise they will become more advanced, but we're starting with the basics. So I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day.